Hey guys, good morning. In this session, we are going to cover Azure function, right? All right, so let's move to our topic for the day. So here's the topics. Evolution of cloud computing, serverless computing, what is Azure function, how to develop a function, and we'll do a lab exercise. All right, so as you can see here guys, this is how cloud is getting evolved from on-prem data center to virtualization, and then from virtual machine to container, and from container to platform as a service, right? And from container to function as a service. So you can see this is our on-prem data center. So this goes to infrastructure as a service, then we go to a container as a service, then we go to platform as a service, then serverless computing, and that is function as a service, right? So all right guys, so in this session we are going to understand what is serverless computing. Serverless computing means you can write your code and run your code to do something without installing any tool like Visual Studio or something. So it's a service offering on cloud, but in background, it actually uses the computer power like CPU and the memory. And the best part is pricing of the serverless is based on actually consumption of the resources. So have you noticed when you use a virtual machine, it charges as per hour for like it's a kind of bundle and it charges for everything in the VM. But here you are paying only for those resources which are being consumed here, right? So we are not be paying for the entire virtual machine, just the CPU and the memory or the other resources which are being used here. All right. So there are many services in Azure which offered as serverless, means you do not need to pay the price of provision but only the consumption, right? For example, Azure App Insight, which give you utilization and performance details on the dashboard of your resources, but you not need to install anything for that right now. So now let's understand what is Azure function. Azure function, as you can see, is independent piece of code. It is similar like AWS Lambda. Actually, you can say it's a Lambda plus plus. So you can write the code in any language of your choice, and the computer power in Azure function can scale on the demand. Good, sounds good. So how the Azure function priced? It actually priced based on the consumption, means pay for the time your code runs. Sounds good, na? Great. So guys, how you can create a function? Here is a high level steps, right? So if, as you can see on this cloud, we have to choose a trigger, choose the language, then we have to do the coding, then we have to do the binding, then we have to save and test and monitor the runtime. As simple as that. So guys, now it's time to do a small lab practice. Great. So in this lab, we'll create a 2 blob containers and we'll upload the file in container A, which name is data, and with help of Azure function, we'll use a C# code to copy the uploaded file from container A to blob container B. So this is a small lab exercise we are going to do just to check the function here. All right, so let's start.